Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Incredible moment, students carry teacher when the man's wheelchair won't roll through sand. Written by Adam Staten, read by Adam Staten. Caring students decided to carry their teacher while on a field trip when the man's wheelchair couldn't roll through the sand, rather than have him miss the adventure. What an incredible moment. Teachers have a monumental impact on society. Educators touch the lives of young people every single day. They are literally teaching the next generation, molding and shaping the minds of tomorrow. What teachers say and do can have a massive impact on the world. Educators are used to helping students, going out of their way to assist those in their classroom. In addition to their time, teachers often invest their own money into their classroom and their students by purchasing necessary learning materials. However, a video posted on social media shows that when a teacher was in need, a group of students came through when he needed assistance. The short video on Instagram begins with the student literally carrying a teacher over his shoulder. The text, which rests at the top of the frame, reads, POV, when your teacher's wheelchair won't roll through the sand. The caption included with the video of the students carrying the teacher indicates that the touching move was done so that the teacher and the students could remain together during a field trip. A heartwarming moment as students rally around their teacher and make sure that the team can stay together no matter what, the caption reads. Other students stand near the student with the teacher, almost as if they're monitoring the situation in case the student has any trouble with the teacher. The young student carrying the teacher on his shoulder then proceeds down the dirt-covered trail with relative ease. It's clear that those students appreciate and care for their teacher. When they saw an opportunity to return the favor and be a literal shoulder to lean on, they did not hesitate. If you make any request in my name, I will do it. John 14:14.
The most anticipated rock holiday tradition returns. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, coming to a city near you. A legendary blend of rock, classical, and holiday music for the entire family. Don't miss Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert. The Ghosts of Christmas Eve. Go to tsotickets.com for info.
Providing for your family is a top priority. But what happens when you need affordable health care? Christian Healthcare Ministries could save you up to 40% today. As a member, you can choose your provider without network restrictions. Sign up at your convenience with our anytime enrollment. Join a Christian community that supports each other's medical expenses, offering peace of mind as you prioritize what's most important. Enroll now at yourchm.org.
Max Lucado shares the testimony of his secret battle with alcohol, and it's powerful. Written by Hallie Wells, read by Adam Staten. At 68 years old, Max Lucado is sharing his testimony about his struggles with alcohol. In his new book titled God Never Gives Up on You, published by Thomas Nelson, Max Lucado shares that he found himself seeking help from elders to combat a problem that he'd begun to hide. Few adults, religious or not, are unfamiliar with Max Lucado. The author of nearly 100 books for both kids and adults, his reach extends into other media as well. Books like The Christmas Candle and Alabaster Song have become television movies and shows. A minister, speaker, husband, and father to 3 grown daughters, Max Lucado is a very busy man. However, that very same busyness led Max down a dark path for a time. But now he's opening up about his secret battle. Over the years, the internationally known speaker became overwhelmed by the demands on his time. He shares in his new book that his failure to effectively address his stressful scheduling challenges during the height of his popularity in the early 2000s caused him to use alcohol in an unhealthy way. Max wrote, "The staff needed me. The pulpit required me. The publisher was counting on me. The entire world was looking to me, so I did what came naturally. I began to drink, not publicly. I was the guy you see at the convenience store who buys the big can of beer, hides it in a sack, and presses it against his thigh so no one will see as he hurries out the door. My store of choice was on the other side of the city, lest I be seen. I'd sit in the car, pull the can out of the sack, and guzzle the liquid until it took the edge off the sharp demands of the day. Max understood that he may be naturally, genetically inclined toward alcoholism. He once said, "I come from a family of alcoholism. If there's anything about this DNA stuff, I've got it." Drinking had not been a major issue during the 20-plus years. Max drank lightly at social events and special meals. However, when he allowed his drinking to become more regular and hidden, he knew he needed help. His testimony reveals how Max Lucado faced these demons by bringing them into the light. After Max confessed his hypocrisy to the elders of the church that prayed over him and helped him create a plan for handling the demands he faced at the time, he also shared his struggles with the church congregation, and this opened up conversations during which he was able to speak with and offer support to others dealing with similar battles. And God never gives up on you. The best-selling author writes about another great man of God. In addition to sharing his struggle with alcohol, Max Lucado writes about Jacob and his failings. While abundantly blessed and chosen by God, Jacob had issues with lying, deception, and favoritism. And King David, he didn't have it all together either. If faith giants like Jacob and Max have faults, so do we. And if God can use them for great things, he can use us too. Then Jacob said, "Swear to me as of this day." So he swore to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. Genesis 25:33.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
Hey there, it's Carly Mercourier, host of Therapy and Theology, a weekly podcast that explores popular topics and questions related to faith, feelings, and spiritual formation. Subscribe at lifeaudio.com.